Greetings and welcome to the 42nd episode of Retro Rant. It is time for some adventure gaming on the ZX Spectrum, taking a look at Sam Mallard, The Case of the Missing Swan, released by Ursh in 2016. I am very interested in non-text adventures in the 8-bits, so it was simply impossible to ignore this game because of its nice interface. So, let's see if this game is any good or not. You play as a hard-boiled detective Duck, who is a cross between Donald Duck and Humphrey Bogart. I guess the animal detective trope, as in Sam and Max, gets expanded in this game. You are promised a hefty sum of much needed cash if you can locate Mr. Swan's missing wife by morning. So let's set our beak to the case and start investigating right away. The graphics of Sam Mallard, I am sure that I am slaughtering the pronunciation here, are simple but effective. The lack of color complements the noir atmosphere of the game, so the developer has turned the speccy's weakness into a strength. And for that I have to give props to Ursh. The graphics occupy only a third of the screen real estate, but what is there is pleasant to the eye and very atmospheric. It is a pity that there is no sound here, but since this is a 48K specky game, maybe this is for the best, since its typical soundtracks usually send you on a case of the missing migraine medication. A 128K version with a kick-ass AY noir soundtrack would have benefited this game heaps, but this might just be my usual AY greed speaking. Sam Mallard controls like a console adventure game. You use the joystick to navigate in the panel on the left side, choosing a verb, and then the game presents you with the available objects with which to interact. Although this control method seems simplistic and a bit dumbed down, as is the norm with consoles, it is actually quite effective. 8-bit adventure games suffer a lot because of awkward control system due to the lack of a mouse, so I think the designer choice made here is spot on, and it is one of the best controlled 8-bit adventure games I have encountered. I sure hope that the engine used in this game gets reused in more adventure games and more 8-bit systems. The game is unfortunately very short and will definitely leave you wishing there was more content. The writing is above average and it is a bit on the laconic side, which is made even more apparent because of the game's brevity. The overall storyline is on the short and sweet side and gets a thumbs up from me. Unfortunately, the game feels very empty and superficial. There aren't a lot of items to interact with, and the actual interaction is usually quite limited. Same goes for the NPCs of the game, but I guess this was to be expected. All these, combined with the linear nature of the game, offer minimal replayability value. The puzzles are definitely on the easy side and quite obvious, but this doesn't detract from the overall enjoyment of the game. An enjoyment which is made even more enhanced by the fact that you cannot get stuck and you cannot die, so you don't feel like a sitting duck, see what I did there, against sadistic developers. Overall, Sam Mallard is an excellent game for a short adventuring fix. The engine is very impressive and the developer has put the spectrum limitations to his advantage, creating a nice atmosphere and fluid gameplay. I hope that it won't be a one-time thing and that more adventure games will follow using this engine. So that's it for now, and I'll see you next time.